What's up, everybody? It's Charlie. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can tell by the title, it is the start of another week in my life. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's Wednesday, but I have a lot planned this week and I cannot wait for y'all to see it. And sorry I keep taking these long breaks from YouTube. It's been a lot, but thanks for hanging in there. So, I'm wearing a different shirt because I was doing a small photo shoot, but now I'm in bed practicing some IM injections with all of my fake medications and syringes and everything because that is so loud. Oh, Aria's getting her heart broken by Mr. Fitz, even though it's statutory rape. That's one thing about Pretty Little Liars I would never understand. So on Friday, I have a med admin validation, and on Monday, I have a physical assessment, which is also known as head to toe validation. So I have a whole lot to do. It's a lot, but I've come up with a study schedule, and I think I'm gonna figure it out. Okay. Okay, so I'm making some flashcards so I can try to remember which injection requires which needle length, gauge, and angle of insertion, and all of the insertion locations. Okay, so what I'm about to do is work on my intradermal injections, and I have everything laid out in front of me. So I'm gonna walk through everything that I need to do on my validation. Okay, so I cut off most of my face because I'm gonna be working with this part, but this is my skin. So this is my stuff, all of my syringes, my needles, my little skin, and yep. So since the first one that I'm gonna be doing is intradermal, I need well, it'd be like I'm giving a TB test, which would be a 5/8 needle with a 25 gauge. And since I'm pulling 0.1 of meds, I need to pull 0.1 of air, so I won't push the pressure back in here. So we're gonna pull this to 0.1, inject the air into the space above the solution. So now that I have it in my dominant hand with the bevel up, I'm gonna go in with my 10-degree angle, make sure that I pull the patient's skin tight. And squeeze the medication. It leaked back out. Oh, okay. And pull it out in the same motion it went in. Yes. So, I want to show y'all the finished product. That means that I did good. It might be a little further in the skin than it should be, but for the first try, I think that was pretty good. Now I need it to come out so I can practice more. So now I'm just gonna practice that a couple more times. That just happened. So, my face is dry now. I actually started smiling because it was looking good. I was actually about to start bragging to myself until I got squirted in my eye. Oh, that sounded dirty. Slowly. Pull out. That's a nice bleb. Okay, so this one's way better than the last one. Now I just gotta figure out how to get it out. This actually seems like a lot of liquid for a TB test, but I just like, why is that, like, everything keeps getting on me? So I think I'm done practicing intradermal for tonight. I might go ahead and do sub-Q or intramuscular just because it's still kind of early. And I have not a lot to do tomorrow, but kinda. I need to go to the hospital even though I don't have a shift. I need to go in and do my BLS certification. I did the online portion, but I have to do the I'm sleepy. I did the online portion, but I have to do the skills portion at the hospital, so I might go in and do that. And then, just like last month when I was vlogging, we have our nurses, CA, hospital, anybody in the ED go out and eat type situation, because we do it once a month, and it's always a good time. And like I said, I never ever go out or leave the house. And they're going to a Mexican restaurant, and Mexican food is my favorite food, so I guess I'm gonna go, and it gives me an excuse to get dressed up. I only put on makeup today because I had to take some pictures. So that's tomorrow, and I still have an exam on Monday that I need to make sure I start practicing for, and I need to start practicing for my head-to-toe assessment as well. So it's a lot. So I definitely need to do that. I think I'm going to do some head-to-toe assessment flashcards on my cranial nerves, just to make sure I still remember those from anatomy and phys. But if I don't say anything else tonight, good night. Good morning, everybody. I look bad, the lighting looks bad, everything's bad, but it's like 8:30 in the morning, and I told myself that I was not gonna have to start studying until 9. So, like the 13-year-old I still am, I'm playing Sims. And I'm about to start watching Law and Order. I was gonna watch Pretty Little Liars because, like I said, I'm still 13 years old at heart. But I think I'm gonna watch Law and Order SVU. And I'll let you guys see my study plan for the day, because like I said, it's a pretty busy week and I don't feel like I studied as well as I should have yesterday. So this is the plan for today. From 9 to 10, I'm working on injections, and then I'm going to give myself a 30-minute break, and then I'm going to go over the notes for my next exam. I'm going to get dressed and then go to the hospital and do my BLS certification. At 2 o'clock, I'm going to work out injections again. At 3 o'clock, I'm going to work on my notes for my exam. And then from 4 to 3, I should probably put a break in there somewhere. That's a long time. And then from 4 to 3, I'm going to do a head-to-toe assessment. And then at 4:30 to 5, I'm going to do a break. After that, I guess I would probably have to start getting ready for this dinner that I'm going to.
Enters the muscle, forming a bubble at the tip of the needle. Once the needle is withdrawn, the medication remains in the muscle tissue. From there, it is slowly absorbed into the muscle's capillaries.
So, I hope this is the last clip y'all see me look at this busted. But it is 10 o'clock, and I set another timer for 15 minutes because that hour of practicing just wasn't enough. So I'm gonna do this for another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to take a short break, and then I'm gonna go into my notes for my exam. Feeling pretty good about this. I'm gonna go ahead and do, I think, a 15-minute break since I cut into the 30-minute break. Because 30 minutes is way too long for a break. Because I'm not really that stressed. If I was stressed and doing like written notes, I probably wouldn't need that much time. But I'm about to relax for about 15 minutes and then work on my notes. And I really want to practice this some more because this is tomorrow and my test isn't until Monday. So y'all, sorry if my car is super loud, but I'm in the car getting ready to go to my hospital so I can do my BLS certification. For the month of February, they sent out a list of people to do it before the month is over, and my name was on the list. And it's like the 26th or the 25th, I don't even know the date, but I don't have any more shifts before the month is up, so I need to go in and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then get back home, do some more studying, and later you guys will see me getting ready to go out to the Mexican restaurant to eat with all of the people from my unit. I'm tired, if you can't tell, but let's do this.
That's right.
Let's switch positions after ventilating.
Great.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3.
Switch positions. Here, you can stop now. Just keep ventilating and follow the prompts. Start ventilating when you are ready.
1, 2,
Good.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Very good.
1, 2. I'm back in the car. I got some Chick-fil-A from my hospital because our hospital has Chick-fil-A, which is amazing. Got a couple things to drink to get me through the studying. And I confirmed with them that I'm going to the dinner tonight, so now I can't back out of it. But I'll see you guys when I get home, when I get back to studying. So I have a classmate that's going to be going over the validation with me because he's taken it already. So I'm about to get all of my stuff together so we can get on Zoom and he can quiz me and just help me and make sure that I'm studying the right thing. Hey, thank you so much for this.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're here to help each other. You said it yourself.
Okay, so I'm going to run through this quiz. Intradermal. Intradermal, an example of that would be like a TB test. So I know that needle length is going to be small. So So it is 6:15 and I just made some more flashcards so I can study during dinner. And I am about to get dressed and ready. I really don't want to go. Good morning. Good morning, you guys. I am in the car on my way to lab. I have a hygiene lab today and my makeup med admin validation. I did show some clips after I went out to eat yesterday, and that was just me getting some sheets because for our hygiene lab we have to practice. I'm guessing we're going to be using that to practice making beds, especially because she said we had to have our own, so I'm guessing, so when there's groups practicing of making an occupied bed, we needed our own sheets because that'd be gross to share the same sheets with everybody else. What else was I going to say? Oh, and the reason why I got so many is because I just happened to be at Walmart last night after I went out, and I don't know about where you guys live, but because of coronavirus, our Walmart's closed at 11 p.m. So after I left where we all went out to eat, since it was before 11, I wanted to make sure I got to Walmart so I didn't have to leave early this morning and get to Walmart because I have to be at lab at 9. I put in the group message if anyone in my lab group needed any sheets. Went ahead and got their sheets too, and mine, and I think I ended up getting one extra, and we also needed bath rags, and something tells me that the people who know that I'm bringing their sheets are not going to remember to bring their bath rags. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. So I just went ahead and got an 18 pack of those, and I needed some more rags anyways, so it's fine. So yeah, being a good classmate. If you guys know me, y'all know that I'm not outgoing. I don't like asking people for help, and especially with my lab group. Y'all know, if you watch I think it's my last vlog, that I had a problem with someone in my lab saying, oh, you don't know how to do this is easy, and it really just rubbed me off, and I'm already one of those shutdown type people. So when he said that, it made me not want to ask any of them for help ever in my life, ever. I don't need them. And it was a big I don't need you type energy, but that's just not the way to do it, because sometimes you need people. So we had this other guy. He was trying to take his Medicare validation the time that I couldn't. He was trying to take his, but he left his computer, and he needed his computer to get the orders for the patient for his validation, or he would have failed. And he asked everyone in the group, and they all said no, they couldn't use his computer. So I was like, you can use mine. That's so stupid. We should be helping each other. And that's the same guy who helped me practice for my MedAdmin yesterday, because I did that for him. I guess it is good to be friends or be cordial or at least be helpful to the other people in your lab group. If you would have asked me that a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I probably would have said no. I'm trying to work on being more of a team player when it comes to nursing school, because I already have absolutely no help at home. I have no support system in that way other than you guys. So to have people in class that I can work with and practice with is going to be something that I'm just going to have to suck it up and do. Anyway, sorry for the shaky footage. Sorry for vlogging and driving. I'm going to get off now because I already know some of y'all are disappointed in me. So bye. What's up, you guys? So lab went well, really well, and I did my makeup validation for MedAdmin, and I do have to try it again for a third time, but the things that I missed are so small. Like she said, I have to go in, just do those two things, and I'll have a 100%, which is good. If you know anything about NPH and giving the insulin injections, you know that you have to pull, when you pull the NPH and the regular insulin, you have to roll the NPH, and I forgot to do that. And the other thing, when I was doing the intradermal, which is the one I was most confident about, I did not pull the skin. I just stuck it in there, which is, I said 10-degree angle and everything, I just forgot to say pull the skin. So yeah, I still feel overall pretty confident about it though, because I know it doesn't matter, but I know a lot of people did a lot worse than me on their first try. The thing about it is, this is technically my second try, because my first try it counted as a failure. But I feel pretty good about it, you guys. I'm going to go home, take a shower. I'm going to give myself an hour, 30 minutes to an hour to just relax. And then I'm going to hit the books hard getting ready for this next exam so I can do all weekend. I can just practice on head to toe assessment, and I am really excited. I feel so good. Sir, could you describe the pain to me? Question mark.
It's like a sharp nagging feeling, kind of like someone's been jabbing my leg over and over again.
What's up, you guys? Excuse my appearance. It's like 8 in the morning on Sunday. I did not vlog at all yesterday because I really just sat in bed and studied all day, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Yesterday, I focused on exam 4 because we have exam 4 tomorrow, and we have physical assessment validation, and I just don't feel comfortable at all. So that's all I'm doing right now, is going over the whole head-to-toe assessment. And I basically have one day to learn it, like one day to get it right. And I feel like I should have utilized my study time better, because now I got myself in a position where I just don't feel comfortable, and that sucks. But I'm going over the cranial nerves now, making sure I know how to assess those, because I feel like once I figure out, or once I really know how to assess all of the cranial nerves in a way that's like nice and smooth, and I can just run right through it, then the rest of it should be a piece of cake. As long as I don't forget anything. So really everything is just memory. I'm just scared I'm going to forget something while I'm doing it. But there's no skills in this that I just don't know. It's all memory. But the group in my class who validated already, half of them failed. The whole half that had a certain professor. So I'm scared I'm going to get hurt. I'm scared I'm going to fail. But I just got to make sure I learn all this. Because if I don't, I'm probably have to stay up all night. I know that's not good, but it's 8 a.m. and I'm already thinking about how I'm going to have to stay up all night to study. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. So this is a memory device to help with all the cranial nerves. Okay, y'all, I am obviously in the car. I am about to go get some lunch. It is about almost 12 o'clock. I need to get home so I can start back studying before 12:30. I said that I was going to be confident, or mostly confident, in my head-to-toe assessment by 3 o'clock because I have one of my friends who is in second semester, and she's going to get on FaceTime with me, and we're going to go over it some. So, and then at 6 o'clock, I have to start studying my, for my exam 4. And I feel like this exam is going to be the easiest one I'm going to get all semester, so I need to do really, really, really well on it. I just wish I would have focused on it more. It's fine. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Exam 4 is on hygiene, mobility, and safety. And like I said, this is as easy as it's gonna get. So I gotta make sure I get back and study on that. I think I'm gonna go get me an energy drink, which is maybe a bad idea because I can drink half an energy drink and stay awake for 3 days straight. I'd never drink caffeine ever. I don't drink sodas. I don't really drink coffee. But I'm gonna do it anyways because I really, really need to do well, and I need to stay up late. I might not drink it. I'll just go buy it just in case. I notice every time I vlog, I change my outfit like 30 times because I'm constantly trying to be comfortable. But like I said, I'm studying for my head to toe assessment, and I do not have anyone to practice on. So what I decided that I'm going to do to test myself is I'm going to open up a Word document, and I'm going to verbally say everything that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go back and read my physical assessment validation. This is exactly what the teacher or my professor is going to be reading off of to make sure that I did everything. And I'm going to go back at the end and check it. And when I check it, I'm just going to mark it with this dry erase marker, so I'll be able to erase it at the end to see which ones I got and which ones I got wrong. So if you're like me, you have no one to study with. Pro tip. Hello, my name is Charli, and I'm going to be your nurse today. Please have a seat on the bed. I noticed as the patient walked in that they had a smooth gait and erect posture. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is to inspect your head. So at that point, I would rub my hands through the patient's head to check for any lesions, size abnormalities, or anything that isn't symmetrical. And I would also check for any uneven distribution of the hair. After I check the hair, I'm going to start on my cranial nerve assessment. So first I'm going to check the olfactory nerve. So I would say to the patient, "Sir, did you have anything to eat this morning?" Let's say he said he had some grits and bacon. How did it taste? What did the bacon smell like? Did it smell good? This would be me checking the olfactory nerve. Then it'll be time for me to check the optic nerve. To check the optic nerve, I would cover one of the patient's eyes and ask them to read either something on the wall or something on my name badge. After they did that with both eyes, that would complete my assessment for the optic nerve. But now I'm just going to go through and check it to see how I did. Not only am I checking off these things to make sure that I hit every point, I need to make sure that I tested for the correct cranial nerves. Inspect the patient's head and hair. Check. So one of my friends from second semester is calling right now, so I have to get off the phone, but we're about to go over this assessment. So I just got off the phone with one of the people in the cohort above me, and I feel like I got a lot of help. She gave me a lot of good tips, so now I'm about to run through the practice one more time and see what all I can remember, and then I'm going to start studying for my exam a little bit more, because I was telling her that this is the test that I think I should focus on, because I think that this is going to be the easiest test we're going to get. And she pretty much laughed in my face. She said that this test was super hard, which sucks, because I was like, oh, this one will be fine. I'm a CA, I work in a hospital, I've been a PCT, I know about hygiene. So I'm going to hit this test a little harder than I've been doing, because I've been focusing on this physical assessment, which is so dumb because I have 3 tries. And I only have 1 shot to take this test. So I need to do this head to toe assessment and then start back studying on that exam. So I did the head to toe assessment little dictation test again, and I went back and marked all the ones that I got right in green and the things that I forgot in pink. So general condition of the eyeball, I kind of mentioned it, but I don't think I would give myself points for that. Bony prominences, I didn't do at all. The transverse diameter, all that I missed. I didn't say anything about the depth of respirations, and I didn't describe the edema, I just assessed it. And the range of motion, I never stated the difference between active and passive, I just did it. And I didn't use the right scale when I was assessing the strength. I gotta look up what that is. I didn't assess the mental state or the speech, which all I would have had to say is when the patient was talking to me, their speech was fine and not slurred. And I gotta figure out what it means by assess the gross motor movements. Also, whether the patient has vowel sounds that are intact, you have to state that you would listen for 5 minutes if you didn't hear any. So I only missed 8. Not even a full 8, but posture and gait I got right. I don't know why I didn't paint this green. Okay, you guys, it is the morning of the exam and the head-to-toe assessment. I am really kind of kicking myself in the butt for not focusing on my exam more, because it just makes no sense why I would focus on something I have 3 tries to do more than I would focus on a test that's literally one and done. So, kind of upset with myself about that. but I just went through and did my head to toe assessment little trick that I made up, and now I'm about to go and see what I missed. Okay, so this time I missed 4 things. I forgot to do the fine and gross motor movements. I forgot the edema completely. I didn't even mention it. And I did skin color and texture. I didn't do temperature, moisture, and turgor. But yeah, decent pretty much. And I need to make sure I figure out how they want us to test for some of these, because like in the strength for the upper and lower extremities, I gotta figure out what the appropriate scale they're asking for is. But other than that, I did pretty good. So you guys, I just did my validation for physical assessment, and out of everything on the paper, I did every single one of them. Small caveat. The whole thing is I remembered everything, and I checked my patient head to toe perfectly, in theory. Okay, so my main thing is I was really worried about that I wouldn't remember anything on the paper. I remembered everything on the paper. I could have said what I was doing perfectly, and I thought I made it 100, and she made it seem like I did. She was like, you remembered all of that. And she was like, I'm so proud of you, because she knows I've been having a really hard semester. And then she said, this is one thing. And I was like, oh no, what did I forget to do? But I didn't forget to do anything. When I auscultated heart sounds, I said where I said stuff like aortic, pulmonary, mitral, Erb's point, all that. I said it, but where I was not to scale. Like maybe if my partner's heart was this big, because I was like way down here instead of like being right where the heart is. So unfortunately, I didn't get the full points for that one. So that's just one thing. But Thursday, I can go in. All I gotta do is auscultate some heart sounds, and I pass. So I basically count it as a pass already. She said she just needs me to prove that, because she knows that I know it, because I said everything out loud. I said second intercostal space, third intercostal space, right sternal border. I said everything. My scale was way too big for the size of a human heart. So all I gotta do is go in and just show her that I know where they are now, and she'll give me the full points for it. I'm really, really excited. So thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I have a feeling it's gonna be a really, really long one. Hopefully it was interesting. Keep telling me what you guys want to see. I think I'm gonna stop doing vlogs, because I really don't think my life is that interesting. I'm gonna start doing a lot more sit-down videos. Also, I'm doing a new series. I'm doing a PCT series. I'm gonna be filming it all this week, and it's gonna be like 5, 6, however many videos about being a patient care technician, getting the job, interview tips, all of that stuff, working in nursing school, all of it. And I hope you guys enjoy that series, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye. Have a very blessed day.